Welcome back, PE 188 boxing. Okay, so week 2, workout 2. Hope you're feeling really great, ready to go for the workout. I just wanted to review one thing, the magic number, 220 minus your age equals your max heart rate for figuring out your target heart rates once you have your max. You want to be working, like I said, around 75 to 80% during the activity exercises that we're doing. Why is it important? Because we want to train your cardiovascular and your respiratory system. Want to make sure that it's really strong. And the better trained you are, the better your heart responds to the stress and then calms down once the stress is gone. So we want to have a good resting heart rate. You know, when nothing's happening, we want it to be really efficient. And then when stress and workout is stress to the body, when you work out, we want it to respond to the stress. But then once the stress is gone, once you stop working out, we want it to kind of come back to homeostasis really quickly. All right, let's warm up. Jog in place, ready, go. The other thing, if you're sore after a workout and you're waiting another day until this workout, you still want to do an active recovery. So you'll wake up, you'll roll out of bed, you'll be like, oh, I can feel my muscles, that's awesome. But you don't want to not do anything. You want to make sure that you're walking around, that you're stretching, that you're having an active recovery, getting rid of the delayed onset muscle soreness, getting rid of the DOMS. All right, skip. So you should have your music, you should have your water ready to go. Remember, you're going to do this all at one time. You're not going to break it up. You're going to do your workout, probably be around an hour, just over an hour. This is our meeting like we're meeting in class. All right, high knees. High knees on a jog, go. Keep bringing the knees up. Leg curls. Bring the heels to your glutes. Ready? Taking it to a jog, go. Slide back and forth. All right, karaoke. All right, you're gonna walk on your toes. And then when you get to the other side of your area, you're gonna walk on your heels. Walk on your toes. Walk on your heels. Toes. Heels. All right, go ahead and get a drink. Set up the other timer for us. Go ahead and grab your medium weight. Ready. Doing the bend and stretch. Remember, here's where we're working out for 45 seconds. Keep the weights over your shoulders, press up. Keep the weights over your shoulders, and then down, keep the back nice and flat. Remember, those knees are soft. Protect the joints. Go ahead, set them down. Resting this 15 seconds. And ready, go. go ahead and set them down. We'll keep the same 3 plyos. So we're jog in place. Next, we'll do simulated jump rope. And then we'll do in, out, out. So now starting jog in place. Go. Get that heart rate back up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my mat. We're gonna do the heel touches. We're gonna add more to our core today in the rotation. Heel touches, ready, go? All right, hop back up. Go ahead and get heavy weight. We're gonna do deadlift. We did it before. So you're gonna come down as far as you can stretch, keep your back nice and flat, come up, hips forward. And then remember we talked about the things that affect heart rate. The speed at which you do something, or in this case, the size of the weight that you're lifting. The heavier the weight, the harder the heart's gonna have to work. The faster you go, the harder your heart's gonna have to work. But you can't just go for speed. You still have to have good technique. Set them down. Now remember, in the 15-second rest, it's a good time to get a drink of water. Same thing, deadlift. Go. Set the weights down. This is going to be simulated jump rope. Ready. Go. We're gonna do plank. We're gonna hold plank, nice and straight. Ready, go. All right, come on up. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get one heavy weight. I need something to balance on. We're gonna do RDLs. So if your weight's in your right hand, you're going to your left foot. Your right leg goes back behind you. Nice and straight. Again, I'm just hanging onto the couch for balance. If you can do it without, that's awesome. Back is nice and flat. That leg goes straight back. RDLs, Russian deadlifts. All right, I'm gonna switch to the other side of the room, hang on to the rack. Okay, for balance. If you need something for balance, that's fine. I just didn't want to turn my back on you and use the couch on the other side. We'll do side view. So now it's in my left hand, going to my right leg, my left leg goes back. All right, go ahead and put the weight down. In, out, or out, in. If you're starting in, out, in. Okay. You're starting in, out, in, out. Ready, go. Let's just go. Try to get them going as quick as you can. You're on the balls of your feet. Fast movements. All right, reach throughs. Now we've done reach throughs before. Same thing, you're on your back, your knees are bent, they're open so that you can reach through the middle of them. Go. All right, come on up. Go ahead, we'll stay with those heavy weights. We're gonna do three-way squats, which means we're gonna squat to the middle. We're gonna take a step out, squat to the outside, back to the middle, back to the other outside. Should look something like this. Ready? Back is flat, chest is up. Bring the weights beyond your knees. All right, go ahead, sit them down. Whew, same thing. I don't know why, this one always heats me up. That's it. Keep going. Sit them down. We're back to jog in place. Go. All right, new one for the core. We're gonna hold plank. We're gonna rock back and forth. We're gonna generate it at our shoulders and our ankles, keeping our back nice and flat. Ready, go. All right, 2 medium or heavy weights. We're gonna set our lunge and then we're gonna pulse. Okay, so set a wide lunge. Okay, and then you're just dropping that back knee, that front leg, that knee stays in line with that ankle as we're just pulsing up and down. Good posture. Relax the shoulders back and down. All right, go ahead, drop the weight. I really did drop the weight. Rest. Shake it out if you need to shake it out. This time you're going to switch legs, set that wide stance, and then just pulse. Think about posture. Go ahead, set them down. Jump rope is next. Getting ready to jump. Ready, go. All right, good job. Okay, we're gonna do high toe touch. So your legs are gonna be straight up, your arms are out to the side. You're gonna reach up and touch your toes. Go. If you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Just try to get up as high as you can. All right, come on up. Go ahead and get heavy weight to light weight, or sorry, to medium weight. Hammer curls, ready, go. Go ahead, rest. Go. Go ahead, set them down. in, out, or out, in. Ready, go. All right. Okay, now we're gonna hold plank, okay? We're gonna lift our legs one at a time up behind us. Ready, go. All right. Go ahead and get one, or actually get one medium weight, medium to heavy, depending on where you are in your workout. You're gonna hold up one at a time. Again, don't lock that elbow out. That elbow stays bent. I'm just holding underneath to kind of help stabilize a little bit as I work above my head. Okay, but even from this angle, nice and smooth. Again, my knees are bent. I'm stabilizing my upper body with my core. All right, I'm just gonna hang on to it in the hand that just worked out before I alternate it for the next set. All right, same thing. That's it, keep going nice and easy. Bring it down nice and easy. Back to jogging in place, ready? Go. That heart rate back up. All right, good job. Okay, this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay like a star, okay? And we're gonna alternate bringing our foot and hand together. I'll show you. Go. So your right hand touches your left foot and your left hand touches your right foot as you come up and the foot comes up. All right. Lightweight. Now we're going to do two actions. We're going to come up to the front, up to the shoulders, out to the side, and down. So up, out, down. Not higher than the shoulder, just right to the shoulder. So your arm is even at the shoulder. Out and then down. Up, out, down. All right, go ahead, sit them down for a second. Same thing, ready to go. Up, out, down. All right, go ahead, put them down. Simulated jump rope. Ready. Go. All right, our finisher today, mountain climbers. Mountain climbers. So you're gonna bridge up, one foot's forward, one foot's back, and then you're gonna switch your feet. Ready, go. All right, go ahead, get a drink. All right, good job, good job, good job, yay. Whew. All right, so going to the boxing part of it, just to review, we went over stance. Our stance is if you're right-handed, your left foot is going to be just a little bit above your right foot. Weight is evenly distributed, and you're going to be on the balls of your feet. So one of the things that you want is you want to lower your center of gravity. The way you do that is you're on the balls of your feet. Let me just tilt down. Okay, so how do I lower my center of gravity? If I'm just standing up here, you can see my center of gravity is up higher in my body. If I bend my knees and then I'm on my toes, you can see I've lowered my center of gravity. It's going to be a lot harder to knock me over if I lower my center of gravity. So that's what we want in our stance. Footwork becomes so important in boxing. Going up the system, right? Again, if I'm right-handed, I tuck my tail. What do I mean by that? I want to straighten out my back. So I tuck my tail a little bit, okay? Straighten out my back, get my weight really over the balls of my feet. I relax my shoulders back and down, and I drop my chin slightly. My guard is knuckles to eyebrows out to the side, and elbows are in, okay? So you do want your elbows in. When I punch, jab is a lean, and you see my shoulder comes up slightly when I do that. That kind of protects my jaw from getting hit by maybe somebody coming in with a hook, okay? So lean, pivot off of the back foot, cross, jab, cross. Now you can see I'm keeping my elbows slightly bent, okay? Slightly bent. If I'm left-handed, my right foot is slightly above my left foot. And again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm tilting just a little bit, okay? I have my weight evenly distributed over my feet, and I'm balanced on the balls of my feet, okay? As I come up the system, I relax my shoulders back and down, right here. Now, if I'm left-handed, my right hand is my jab. So I'm leaning jab, pivoting off of the left foot, cross, jab, cross. We went over that when we make contact, we want to make contact with the first two knuckles because that means that our wrist is nice and straight. If I'm making contact with these two knuckles, you can see, right, that my wrist is bent. Okay, so I want that wrist to be straight. So when it comes through, boom, boom, and the elbow stays slightly bent. And I'm what I would call, like the terminology, compact, okay? I'm not all over the place. My elbows don't go out here like this. So if I'm delivering a jab cross, right, and I'm right-handed, jab, cross, I'm staying compact. And I'm using my feet, if I'm moving, I'm using footwork to move. I'm not throwing this out here and then sliding back over, okay? I want my feet underneath me. If I'm left-handed, same idea, jab, cross, okay? Same idea, jab, cross, and I want to stay compact. I want those elbows in as much as possible, okay? Elbows in as much as possible. You don't want to telegraph what is coming to the other person, whether you're left-handed or whether you're right-handed. But if I do something like this and I'm right-handed and I pull back like that, you're like, oh, something's going to happen there. Because if it goes back, it has to come forward. So from here, boom, boom, okay? So jab, cross, or also known as 1-2. Jab is always 1, cross is always 2. All right, moving on, hooks. Hooks are what I think a little bit difficult to teach even in person because it's more, you have to think of it more as conceptual and there's movements involved in the hook. Now, when I say hook, I am coming at a different angle, right? I'm coming at a different angle. So if I'm gonna hook to the head, I'm coming around, right? And I'm opening up just a little bit, okay? But I'm still leading with those first two knuckles. If I'm coming to the body, right, and I'm doing dominant hook, okay, if I'm coming to the body, I'm still staying compact. I'm not coming out here like this. Oh, I'm going to hit you right here. I'm staying compact. I will start to use movement, come in and boom. So I'm still hitting into the body with this part, with this part. Now, hooks, what number are they, you're asking yourself? They are 3, not 2, 3, they are 3. So if I said 1, 2, 3, you would know it's a jab, cross, and a non-dominant hook. Why? Because we're going to throw each punch one at a time unless otherwise specified. So the other day, in the first workout, I said 1, 1, 2. Jab is usually the only punch that you would throw consecutively with the same hand. But if I said 1, 2, 3, and you're right-handed, you would know it's jab with the left, cross with the right, and hook. Maybe I'm coming down to the body, hook. 1, 2, 3. If I said 1, 2, 3, 3, maybe I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 3. So it's hook, hook. So I alternate hands each time. I hope that that's understandable. Okay. All right. So just kind of practice that. Practice the movement. Okay. So I'll do it from a left-handed standpoint. Practice the 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. But try to come back up to your guard. Each time you throw a punch, right? What ends up happening is there's a difference between punching something and pushing it, right? If I was to push you, I'd probably have my hands on you for a long time and I follow through. A punch just makes contact, okay? So it hits, it has an opposite reaction. Do you see how my hand, the one I'm punching with, it starts to come away when I punch, it comes away from my other hand. That's what you want. And you want, when it comes away, to come right back up to your guard because you want to stay protected. That's the first line of defense, is keeping your guard up, okay? So it's a punch. Now watch, different than if I was trying to push and move my hand, right? So if I'm pushing my hand, I keep contact on it, okay? I don't want to keep contact on it. I want to punch it, not push it. So it's quick. If we were in class, we have speed bags, so we're working on our quickness with our hands. So jab, cross, hook, hook, jab, cross, hook, hook, okay? So just kind of moving like that. Again, making sure that even on the hooks, we're not locking our arm out, okay? All right, so we're just gonna practice 1, 2, 3, 3. I'm gonna use a timer. We're gonna go for 30 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 3, and we'll pause. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, 3. So it's 30 seconds of the combination, and then it's 10 seconds rest. We're gonna do 3 rounds. Ready, go. So just kind of working. All right, go ahead and rest. This time we're gonna move, so we're gonna be dynamic, okay? So maybe it's jab cross to the front, you're gonna see me move off to the side, I'll probably have my back to you at some point. Raise your All right, rest. Now, you can see that I'm moving, but when I throw the punches, I have to have contact with the floor because I need to pivot. All right, last time. Still moving around. Ready, go. All right, go ahead and rest. Okay, so 1 is jab, 2 is cross, 3s are hooks. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Now, what's 4 then? 4 is uppercut. Uppercut is another one that again is tricky because like with jab, it's a lean, cross is a pivot. And one of the things I'm finding difficult is to pivot on the carpet with my tennis shoes, but I'm still trying to pivot. You probably just look like, you know, weird moving out to the side. So hooks are also a pivot. Now, when I pivot, remember I want to go at the target. I don't want to go up. It's really hard for beginners when they're learning the uppercut because it has up in it, right? And it's coming from underneath. If we were in class, it's important to learn uppercut, but we don't actually use uppercut in sparring because uppercuts are kind of like the things that finish fights. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get your opponent right up under the jaw and chin, and it's usually a knockout punch. And when we're sparring, we're just working on our other skills. We're not really, it's not a fight, so we're not trying to knock anybody out. But you got to picture it coming right up there. So uppercut, non-dominant is still a pivot, 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 pivot. And again, my wrist is going to stay straight and I'm leading into that part of the body right here on this side underneath. Boom, boom. Now, some of you might have a bag at home. It's super tempting to try to hit underneath the bag. Don't do it. You'll break your wrist. Okay? So in class, even if we were working with a bag, you would still be doing an uppercut coming underneath, you simulate them. Okay? Usually on the bag, there's like the marking of whose it is, you know, like whatever company made it. That's usually a good marker. Most people, it's at about head level. So you would just kind of like slide up, like simulate that you were doing an uppercut. They're 4s. They're a lot like hooks in that you can throw them non-dominant and dominant. So if I gave you a crazy combination to see if you've been paying attention, I might say 1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 4, 2. The non-dominant hands are going to execute the 1 because non-dominant jab is always non-dominant, okay? The 4 is also going to execute the non-dominant in this non-dominant uppercut. So it would look like this, right? 1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 4, 2. Coming at you just like that. Now, in order to show you that it's a difference of like a hook, I did kind of do what I told you not to do, and I opened up a little bit more than I normally would have, as if you were right here and could see it, all right? But the idea is jab, hook, but don't do it like that, hook, okay? And then uppercut, cross, and crosses are coming through. So jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Those would be your targets for trying to hit. Obviously, you're not doing an uppercut to the body, but hooks to the body are coming in. You cannot hit somebody in the back. You can't hit somebody in the back, but you're hooking into like, you know, where your obliques meet your abs right there. You can take a lot of wind out of your opponent with a good hook to the body. You can also jab to the body. Maybe somebody's coming at you. You've got your head down. You could throw a couple of jabs to the body. You could even throw a cross to the body. Okay, I hope that kind of clears it up. We're going to do more combinations, obviously, but now you have this week number 2, you have 4 different punches to work with. Again, I'm going to advocate for using the mirror. Don't ever punch the mirror, okay? I'm going to advocate for using the mirror so that you can see how you're doing. How does your stance look? Do you look balanced? Okay, and then just kind of like calling out different combinations. One of the basic ones you'll hear me say all the time is 1, 2, 3, 3. So jab, cross, hook, hook. Okay, and we kind of did that. We did it for a set of 3 for 30 seconds. Okay, moving around using our footwork. And then the other one that I just showed you, which is I would call it like a more advanced combination because it's 1, 3, 4, 2. It's hard to put those together, but we're going to be putting all kinds of different combinations, but just kind of working with yourself, shadow boxing, is a really key component in using the mirror to look at your stance, to look at your punches, to make sure they're effective. When you're using the mirror, pretend that your opponent, because normally, because of just the different classes of weight classes that people fight in, your sparring partners will differ, but you're usually fighting against somebody that's about your height, about your size, okay? Every once in a while, you'll have somebody who's super tall, but they're a lot leaner than somebody who's shorter and maybe a little bit stockier. They could be the same weight, and then you have maybe a difference of reach as far as arm lengths and that concern, which is why when you have sparring partners, you usually have a variety of different sparring partners. Okay, let's cool down and stretch. Go ahead and have a seat on the floor. Soles of your feet together. Go ahead and roll onto your side. Knees are even. Go ahead and switch to the other side. All right, bring your ankle below your knee, grab your leg, pull it in towards you. High hamstring stretch. Go ahead, switch. Okay, come up, stretch out your calf. Go ahead, switch. Go ahead, come up, arm across. Go ahead, switch. All right, to the window. Arm is even, turn away. Switch sides. High five, good work. Okay, if you need to get a hold of me, need to get a hold of me, message me on Canvas. Again, I will try to get back to you within 48 hours of your message. If there's anything that I can help you with. The other thing that I want us to stress is I post 2 workouts each week for the class, but if you really want to see results, and some of you have mentioned that you want to see results, you're going to need to work out more than the two workouts for the class. And you can start with something really basic. If you haven't been exercising and you want to start a routine, walking is hugely beneficial. And don't do it for like distance. You can just do it for time. If you had, if you wanted to add a 30-minute walk, you walk away from your house for 15 minutes, turn around at 15 minutes, walk back, you'll start to see that the distance is getting further and further. So if you did the 2 workouts with the HIIT workout, we're using the weights, we're doing plyometrics, we're doing core, and you just incorporated walking 30 minutes 3 more times and added some of the core that we're doing, or little activities, you're going to start to see results a lot sooner than if you're just doing the 2 workouts each week. And those of you that have been working out, some of you were already doing HIIT workouts, some of you are doing other things for your sports and stuff, just continue doing that and keep it up. You do want to remember that you want at least 1 day of rest. 1 day should be a full day of rest. So it's not good to work out 7 days out of the week, okay? It's good to work out 6 days out of the week and then have that 1 day of rest. And then finding it, just making it part of your routine, something that you're just gonna do because, like I said, 30 minutes walk is gonna be hugely beneficial in addition to this class. Good job. I'll see you in week 3.